Welcome to year number 2 of the Maquoketa Area Family YMCA Make a Splash Give-A-Thon. It was a big success last year, and we had a lot of fun doing it, and we're here to do it again this year. Chad Coakley sitting next to me. I'm Dale Scott. We're going to have guests come in and have interviews, starting with Bob and Ann Osterhaus here shortly. And Chad, you know, always something that community members kind of rally around this time of year to help the Maquoketa Y to raise funds for disenfranchised people of the community to be able to use the services and facilities here when otherwise they wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, and you know, one slogan that, so I've been around since the Y was built, kind of involved, is Jody worked here for a number of years. I remember one of the first commercials that was always played on the radio was the YMCA, where nobody's turned away for inability to pay. And this is a big part of that, which helps fund that so that everybody has the opportunity to enjoy this community facility for whatever reason.
Okay, and you know, one of the things we're going to need to start at the beginning of, you know, when the Y was built and why it was built and how it all started. And for that, we have a short video that with Bob Gavin and Dave Hayes that kind of explain all that, the early beginnings of the Y, and we'll have that right now.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. My name is Bob Gavin, and I'm with Maquoketa State Bank.
Yeah, and I'm David Hayes, retired City Parks and Rec Coordinator from 1980 to 2005, and then I continued on the YMCA Board of Directors, and I'm currently on the Foundation Committee that meets pretty regularly also.
And the reason that Dave and I are with you here today is we were asked to talk a little bit about the beginning of the Maquoketa Area Family YMCA and how it came to life. Dave and I were both happened to be on a citizens committee that was formed in the initial stages of the Maquoketa Area Family YMCA. So we're here today to talk a little bit about that. This project started out back in approximately 1999. At that time, the city had a survey done on the current pool situation. At that time, our current pool situation was an old bathhouse and an old swimming pool circa 1940 to 1950, and a new swimming pool circa 1972. At that time, when the facilities were reviewed by the city, it was found that those 3 units were lacking in the need of maintenance and quality of the units themselves, which at that point the city council decided it was time to put together a citizens committee to find out what the citizens of Maquoketa wanted for their recreation needs. At that time, around 1999, a committee was formed of local citizens to do that review process. So that group was very active, moving about, looking at other communities about what they had for their recreation needs. In 2000, a community survey was put out to kind of determine the community's input on what they wanted as a recreation need for the community. And through that survey, it was really found that the community wanted an indoor pool that also had a recreation facility attached to it. Through the work, this committee continued to move forward. They had a contest to try to see about naming the facility, and a local youth came up with the name of the Area Recreation Center, or ARC, and that's how the committee started its name with the ARC Committee. This committee moved on and continued to do things, met with architects, came up with a design, and it was moving along and was going through the process even up till about 2005. Along 2005, some new members got involved and things started to take shape even faster. Fundraising took place and things started to move forward. And that's the time Dave is going to talk about now, from 2005 onward.
Yeah, thanks, Bob. I'm not really sure when fundraising efforts began, sometime around 2003, 2004. And by December 2004, the ARC Committee and community members had raised approximately $2.4 million in donations towards this indoor pool recreation center, so-called the ARC. The early estimate on the project was around $5.2 million, and that over time got scaled back. The ARC committee around that time also suggested possibly affiliating with the YMCA, similar to other communities here in Iowa. In 2005, there was an application made to the Vision Iowa group. It's called a CAT grant, and that committee was very instrumental in receiving an award of $850,000 back in 2005. In 2005 of February, the project was scaled back, like I said, to around $4.4 million, and we had the committee had secured around $3.6 million, which left the City Council to agree to commit roughly $1.3 million to the project. Back in 2005, CEO of the Scott Community Family Y was Frank Klipsch, who eventually became the mayor of Davenport. We spoke with Frank, and he agreed to come to the City Council and pitch the idea of affiliation with the YMCA. In March of 2005, the City Council did agree to such an affiliation with the Scott County Family YMCA. And in May of 2005, the design build phase began, with fundraising continuing. Construction began in 2006, and we had a grand opening in December of 2007. Just as a recap of my remarks, the Maquoketa area YMCA has become the envy of many Iowa communities, and the Y serves many area residents of all ages and continues to seek the financial support of our area citizens.
Absolutely. What I want to do is take a moment to thank Dave Hayes and all the other community members. It takes a lot of people to get something accomplished like the Maquoketa Area Family YMCA is currently. So Dave and I were here to give this brief insight. If we go to a popular meme as of today, here's the beginning and here's where we are now. Dave and I talk a little bit about here's the beginning. We would love to have somebody follow up and now talk about where we are currently with the YMCA. And again, we want to thank everybody for joining us today, and remind everyone to be as generous as you can be to help us meet our goal today in fundraising. So, for Dave Hayes, I'm Bob Gavin, and thank you for joining us for Where the Y Began.
All right, welcome back, and thanks for watching that video. We're going to be joined in just a moment here, as you can see behind us, Bob and Ann Osterhaus. But before talking with them, I just want to talk about real quick the Give-A-Thon today. And at the end, so for every $50 donated, a vote goes towards the person of your choice to get pushed in the pool at 6 o'clock. And those 8 people with the potential to get pushed in are Chris Fee, Kurt Coleman, Paul Miller, Josh Collisher, Scott Warren, Don Schwenker, Bob Winiger, and Scott Hanson. So if you have somebody that you really want to get pushed in the pool, you can scan the QR code on the screen, and that'll let you donate. And
I think you can also go to the YMCA website
where you can get a link to donate.
There's also a number you can call.
And you may be able to see some of the people behind us at tables that are reaching out to individuals for donations too. So if you get one of those calls, make sure if you're able, donate what you can. Every amount helps and is greatly appreciated for the mission of the YMCA.
And that local number is 563 area code 652-6566 if you need to call in and make your donation. And we're joined now by Bob and Ann Osterhaus. And guys, the Y, you have a strong background with it, and just give us a quick feedback of why you have helped over the years make it what it is, and the donations and where that all goes and helps fund everything.
Go ahead, Bob.
Thank you for letting me talk first. Actually, I think that we started planning and talking about the need for something like the Y long before it happened. And I think it clearly was a turning point in Maquoketa's history when the Y came to fruition. I'm so excited to see the city of Maquoketa investing in the community, and the kids of the community, and the adults of the community. And it looks to me like the city, whatever that means, has really grabbed it and believes in it now and is looking for ways. We don't spend all our time in Maquoketa.
Right.
And other communities do not have the same type of overall programming that the Y brings. It was a master stroke when the Y decided to form a partnership with the group in Maquoketa that was working on this, and with the fundraising and the investment, you know, I think we've gotten more than our money back many times because
Right. And you know, you've donated personally to this place. You felt so strongly in it, especially the track up for your son Luke. And you know, I knew him personally myself, like we talked about earlier with the connection that we have, and that's an important thing too. And the Osterhaus family and everything they've done in the community, as well as with the Y, and it's all appreciated.
Well, Maquoketa has been very good to us, and we'd like to believe that we're trying to be good to Maquoketa as well. Not that we're that important or anything like that. It's the way we feel is that the community's been good to us, treated us kindly. We've been here for quite a while now. Some people think we're almost natives.
Only 50-some years.
You might as well be.
Well, I think just to put my 2 cents in, I think one of the best things about the Y is the way we welcome new people, not only children, but adults. I think if you moved to Maquoketa and joined the Y, you would immediately have a group of people that like to do what you do. Not necessarily just at the Y, but making all the connections. And I just think that that is one of the best things that the Y has done, as far as somebody moving here and thinking, okay, everybody has their friends. What am I going to do? And but they come to the Y and they're immediately have a new group of friends.
And that's a good point, because you pick up on it. You know, when you think of a YMCA, you think of the athletic and the working out, and so. But there's more to it. You have the social hours. You have the card games. You have the fellowship groups, and it's just a social gathering place. Is really the big picture of it.
We all laugh at the swimmers, particularly laugh because they see us. We see each other every day in a bathing suit. You see each other out in public, and you say, "I hardly recognize you with clothes on."
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But I think also that the variety of things that the Y offers, the swimming can be for almost any age, but there's also, if you want to play pickleball and want to be a little more active, you can find that too.
And I know Bob wanted to talk politics with me but we ain't got enough time to do that. So
No, you're right though. There is something for everybody. Even just open gym time.
Yeah.
If you just want a place to come sit up front, even I think they're pretty generous on letting you use the internet or have a coffee or whatever it is. Come in here and get in the pool. People that are recovering from health issues. This is a great place to come. And when it's cold outside and you want to get a walk in just to walk around the track, you don't have to come in and do
I've done that myself.
A heavy workout. It's just a place to get in and get around, and it's always warm and just a great place to see other people and do that. So.
Well, and I think when we welcome our children or our guests, that they are welcome here too.
Yes.
Our kids all come. They're all workout. They always want to work out someplace, and when it's been too cold to walk, they've come up to the Y, and it's so nice to have it for them.
Yep, right. Absolutely. And I usually touch on this, but as I sit here in the gym, and I come here frequently, not real frequently right now, but I always look at the banners in the gym, and I know a lot of other people do too, and I know there's at least a couple Osterhaus family banners that hang in this gym, and that's something to be very proud of, and I know is greatly appreciated by everyone that comes in here and sees it, because people that use this facility understand what those banners mean for everyone, so that everybody can help enjoy this facility. So
what it really means is we're Maquoketans. We're part of the Maquoketa family, and we want the family to prosper and have fun and to like each other.
Yep.
And they won't like each other if they don't know each other, and the Y is a perfect place to bring them together.
It's one of the main reasons I moved back a few years ago. Is you're exactly right, because I've been in a lot of places, a lot of bigger cities as well, and you don't get to even meet your neighbor anymore. Here, it's a totally different story.
Well, when we, as far back as when Clinton Engines closed, and we've been looking for industry and so forth, and we tried to recruit the General Motors of the world to come to Maquoketa. The reason people move here is because they like the things that there are to do.
Yeah.
And the jobs will follow them.
Yeah.
I think finally the state of Iowa is beginning to believe that we have to invest in our communities, the great places, and some of these grant programs that we've been able to take advantage of here. And once you get something going, you know, we've got a lot of things going. We're, as a community, just think of the things that we have built in the last 30 years and compare that to the previous 30 years.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yep, build it and they will come. That's the motto, right?
That's right.
Worked for Dyersville.
Yeah.
All right, well, I appreciate you guys stopping by. And any last words that you want to throw out to people to help donate and make this all a reality?
Well, we're glad to have a lot of partners, and we hope that we have a lot of partners for many years to come.
And just to give people an idea, you guys were around in the beginning, like you talked about the whole when the idea first came about. Do you remember what year that was?
I think it was about 2000.
2000. So 22 years you've been involved. And
Well, we've been involved longer than that.
Yeah.
But it took. There was a lot of activity here. I'm getting a little elderly.
No.
I don't remember what they called the project before.
The Ark.
The Ark.
The Ark.
Yeah. Yeah.
Matt was very active in the
But
Ark.
yeah, and there was a couple years of discussions
yes.
on that at the beginning. Yeah.
And some fundraising. There
Yeah.
was a lot of activity, but it just kind of got stalled. And that was
and
one.
there was a lot of people that put a lot of time and effort into that were on at the beginning and maybe weren't. And, they deserve a lot of recognition, too, for all the work that they put into that from the very beginning.
Well, the Maquoketa Area Community Foundation came into being in about 1982 or 1983. And we talked about need for something like the Y or the Ark or whatever the case might be from 1982 on. And that's how long it's been.
Yeah, right. So now you're talking 40 years. Yeah. Yeah,
But it takes a great attitude change and a sense of community pride, and we're proud to be part of Maquoketa, and we're hoping that Maquoketa.
Well, we're proud to have you, and very appreciative. I know the Y is very appreciative of your sport, as is the whole community. So thank you very much.
You're
Thank
entirely
you.
welcome.
And thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having
Yep.
us today.
Thanks for your time today.
Yep,
Let's see you
nice to
again.
be here.
Thank
nice
you.
to be here. Thank you.
So Bob and Ann Osterhaus.
All right. Thank you.
And I can see we already have a camera issue on cam 2.
Did it stall out?
Yeah.
That's the Facebook one?
Yeah, it's that one. It's probably that cord. It's that.
Oh, you always have problems with that on your computer, don't you?
Yeah. Let's see if we can get that fixed here. And unhook that cord. Yeah, just take it out. Give it a second and then put it back in.
We're still going on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
So again, this event going till 6 o'clock today. So someone may be reaching out to you to look for donations to the annual campaign here at the YMCA. And again, it's 6 o'clock. So for every $50 donated is one vote to get. You can get to vote for a person to get pushed in the pool at 6 o'clock. And that was a really fun event last year. I know when we did that. And a lot of anticipation there at the last few minutes on who was getting pushed in. So those people that have the potential to get pushed in, again, are Chris Fee, Kurt Coleman, Paul Miller, Josh Cowster, Scott Warren, Don Schwenker, Bob Winiger, and Scott Hanson. So the top 4 vote getters of those people will be pushed into the pool after 6 o'clock when the total votes are tallied. As you can probably see behind us, we have some people at tables calling, reaching out to people for those donations. And again, every $50 is a vote for one of those people to get pushed in the pool. So we're trying to stream to YouTube and to Facebook Live. Facebook, I know, is having a little bit of an issue, so we may just shut that one down and just go YouTube only. But really appreciate anybody tuning in, and if you get a call helping out with donations. Got Buddy Atenza is going to sit down here and join us for a minute, I think, while he's walking by. I'm just going to grab him, and he's going to put his pizza down.
Oh, no, I'm not putting my pizza down.
So Buddy Atenza from, let me rephrase that, Dr. Buddy Atenza.
Oh, Buddy's good.
From Smiles on Main in downtown Maquoketa. And I know we've got I think you can see the banner behind. One of the big banners in the back is Smiles on Main, Doctors Atenza and Gale.
Oh, we got that camera back.
And that's our Buddy here. So, Buddy, you've been involved with the Y for a long time also. You want to talk about when you started? Do you remember?
Well, I think we were with, back in 2005, we were with initial grassroots group that when the ARC didn't work, we came back about 3 or 4 years later, and we ended up doing the YMCA. We were going to try to do the ARC again, but luckily we got hold of Frank Klipsch in Scott County, and it was all history after that. After we said we're going to have a YMCA, we had all kinds of people on board that said, hey, that's a franchise to go with if you're going to have as far as something to work with the city. And it's been a great partnership with the city and the YMCA. But yeah, we opened this place, I think 2010.
I can't remember the year now.
2008, 2010. But it took about 3 or 4 years to raise the money. And it was $4 million that we raised and then had it built. And I think we're on our 13th year now.
Yeah,
I think.
I'm going to go back even farther and see if my memory serves me right. I remember discussions about you used to go work out at Wise in the Quad Cities, didn't you, before there was a facility here?
Yeah, I used to swim.
That's
When I
way
was doing
back.
triathlons, my dad and I used to get up at 3:30 in the morning just to get ready, and then we would drive down and get there at 5 o'clock when it opened at the North Family
And
Y.
then how long would it take you to swim from there back up to here?
Oh, I mean, how many breaths? How many breaths or how many breaths?
He didn't get that. Went right over his head like usual. Was that still? Were you still swimming up old Highway 61 at that time?
Depending if it was down or upstream. I mean, depending on the,
Well, that'd be upstream, right? Does Maquoketa River go right to the Bettendorf Y? I'm trying to think.
So yeah, we used to do that early, and so I mean, the funny thing about it is that by the time we opened this, I had so many injuries, I can never swim so much. So, but it was nice.
We're still using the injury excuse.
Yeah. It's always something, Now it's multiple, it's not one now. It's like 7. But I don't swim much now. But I wish we would have had that here when we were there. We would have saved ourselves an hour, and I think we went 3 times a week. 3 times a week. But yeah, it was good. I mean, the YMCA is a great facility and great franchise to be with, and very recognizable. And
I know my kids enjoyed a lot of the youth sports events. I know yours were involved in some of them too at different times. But my boys played soccer when they were young, which is probably a sport that.
Whether it was the basketball, the flag football, the soccer.
The soccer, there's the youth
The
baseball,
baseball,
softball programs,
Yeah.
volleyball.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of everything. Good coordination with the school and sharing facilities is needed. There's one gym here in Maquoketa at the Y, but the schools have been very open and sharing to help run those programs. You've also taught some classes here, right?
Oh, a long time ago I did spin class.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 times a week. I was in the best shape of my life. That was like 2008, and yeah, that was really good. But then I got injured again, and I actually lost my voice. So
it's because you.
I was screaming we were coaching too, so I was screaming. I was screaming in the morning at the bikers and screaming in the evening at the kids.
Most of your injuries are happening because you're
You're
going over 110%, right?
So that was a good time. And actually they have new bikes that are just fabulous. I tried one of them before we had the old pad bikes. There were the Le Mans bikes. They have these Magneto bikes here that have like no friction. Does it by oh, they're great. They're great.
Have you been to? I'm gonna get a little off topic here, and I don't mean to talk about other facilities, but they built a new Y in Davenport. Have you been to the new one?
No, the one downtown.
Yeah.
No, I have
Oh,
not.
you should see the spin room they have there.
Oh, they have
it's
a
like
nice room.
it's like a movie theater how
Oh,
it's
so
layered
they
down
have-
to the
oh, boy.
instructor and
Yeah.
like different like lighting fixtures and stuff.
Oh,
and
that'd be
it's-
fun.
It's
That'd be fun.
it's incredible.
Yeah, spin's good. Spin's really good, actually. Especially, I mean, I got my injury fixed, and I still do some biking. But biking, I think you can do. Biking and swimming, you can do a lot. You can do it for a long time, pretty injury-free. So
Now-
it's good to have here.
Some others rumors going around that you still hold the bench press record here. No. Could you tell us what your bench press record is?
Wasn't that a battle between dentists at one time?
Just
Oh,
kidding.
boy.
Just having a little fun with buddy. Great guy. I know. I didn't mean to drag you in here.
No,
as
it's all right. I
but,
saw you guys were open.
How
Yeah,
was
just say hi.
state wrestling?
It was good. We didn't go out there. We were going to go out there if Michelle's nephew made the
Oh, so
finals.
you didn't go.
But so we kind of stayed put and watched it with Michelle's dad, and then we were going to take him out if he made the finals, but he got beat in the semifinals. But he worked his way all the way to third.
Good.
So he was happy. That's what he was ranked. He had to have a big win semifinals to be able to make it. So it was good. I think state wrestling is always a great success. I don't know how they get all those. It's just amazing how they get all those mats
Yeah,
full and
it's-
how they do it so efficiently. And it's just a great thing for the state, and they get some really quality wrestlers there. It's
Yeah.
a great 3 days
It
for
is.
Iowa.
It is. Hey, while you're
No.
here real quick, or as you're getting up, can you turn that board around? I want to see what the totals are. Can you do the first reveal? I thought I saw him update it. And let's just kind of see. I think at 423, which we're a little past that, we're going to do an update.
50.
Okay, yeah, 50. Wow, so
We're almost
55-30.
halfway to
almost
last year.
halfway, so that's a great start. You can leave that turned
Okay.
for right now. So our grand total right now is 50,500. Can you see on the screen? Maybe you're
Yeah.
closely, but
Yep.
up at the
Yeah.
top there, you'll see in red 50,530, which is roughly about I think half of the goal. I know last year we hit the goal during the event. You having an issue there? Okay. And again, then you can see the 8 people that have the potential to get pushed in the pool. Buddy is not one of them this year. Hoping to get him next year.
I got injured.
But again, Chris Fee, Kurt Coleman, Paul Miller, Scott Warren, Don Schwenker, Josh Kauster, Bob Winiger, and Scott Hanson. Every $50 donated gets you a vote to vote for one of those 8 people to get pushed in the pool at 6 o'clock. Buddy, thanks for joining us.
Thank
We'll,
you.
we'll let you go. Finish
All right,
your
thank you,
snack in
guys.
there. And
Take
Thanks
care.
for all your
you guys
support.
did a great
Yeah.
job. Thank
Thanks
you
for
being
yesterday,
here.
by the way.
Oh, you're welcome.
We didn't have
Anytime.
any injuries yesterday.
Good. I do have a first aid kit there.
We didn't.
I was 40 over.
Oh,
Is that
nice.
good?
No, you were 49,
39.
and we only got through what 14 holes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I did,
Yeah,
I did really good.
We played. We played at Sawgrass, or was it Sawgrass?
No, I saw one was left there that I saw that wasn't completed yet.
Yeah, that.
So I was like up to hole 14. So I have to.
It took 3.5 hours just to get that far with us.
Well, more practice. More practice.
Yeah, like I said,
yeah.
one was at plus 49.
Okay. It just gets used. You gotta get used to
I'm
it.
used to high score wins. I felt like they were getting cheated because I was taking a lot more hacks.
And we were, and when Caden and I were taking turns putting for him.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you got your guys' baseball swings really. As far as it's a hard transition. It's a hard
is.
transition.
It
It's
is.
a weight shift.
Longest drive of the day.
Nice.
Yep, me too.
282.
290 here.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank
You
you.
guys keep up the
I'll
good
see
work.
you Wednesday.
Yep. Yep.
All right.
Thanks, buddy.
All right. We'll see you guys later. Take care. Thank you.
All right, again, I'm going to touch on that total. So we're about a half hour in to the 2-hour event, and they so
got
far
time
for the
for-
campaign, and the campaign doesn't just run to today. So if you unable to donate today, I think I have to get when it does end. I can't remember, but this is the big event right now, leading up to this. So maybe it does end tonight.
Well, let's take a moment here. I got a video here from Carrie
Yeah.
Sheepers, and I think we're going to have to cut that Facebook feed. It's really interfering with a lot of things.
Yeah, that's fine.
So if you're on Facebook, go over to YouTube and punch in MCSN and go to our channel, and we'll get a stronger stream going there.
Well, thanks for considering supporting the YMCA Youth Campaign. I can remember starting that campaign back in 2007, and our goal was to raise $60,000 for the very first time, and we were affiliated with the Quad City YMCA's for the very first time, and it was awesome to smash that goal and not only raise more than every other YMCA in the Quad Cities. So what a great honor it was to be able to lead that youth campaign for the first time and know that it's been happening every single year. Daryl and I have always made a commitment to that every single year, and the reason is because of friendships and wellness. Wellness of not only my physical health, but wellness for the whole community. It is a pure joy to walk into that YMCA and have it so full of kids, and it's so loud, and the basketballs are so loud, but that is vibrant, and I love to hear that. And I also love to walk into those classes and see my friends and forget about the phone for the day, and some of those friends are now my very best friends in life. So the YMCA is a big part of our life, and I hope everyone contributes to that youth campaign.
So back here at the telethon, here on YouTube, I think we're going to have the Roger Payton and his family here shortly and talk to them. And
I'm not seeing the video on the. Oh, there it goes. There's Buddy. Okay. Are we delayed that much?
it might be because of the buffering. Hopefully that'll solve itself here soon. We must have hardwired it last year because...
Do you want her to run and get your Ethernet cable?
I don't know where it's at.
Yeah, okay.
I can try. Well, and then by the time we do that, it's not worth it. Never mind.
Who wants to do all the talking? You? Who wants to talk? Not you? You want to talk first? Why don't you give Mom a headset there, too?
Well, now she wants one.
You can get one in just a second, okay? You don't want to talk, or you do want to talk?
No, she's probably a scaredy cat.
What's your name?
Addison.
Addison what?
Addison Lee Payton.
Addison Lee Payton. Who's this?
Evelyn Lila Rose Payton.
And who's this?
Angie, is it Lynn or Lee? I can't remember her middle name.
It's just Angie Payton. It's fine.
just
Is this your mom?
Yes.
Okay. So tell us about your Y experience. Do you come here a lot?
Yes, because I'm usually on swim team practicing.
Swim team. Do you like to
Yes.
swim?
Yes.
Did you learn to swim here?
Yes.
What's your favorite swim event?
What do you mean?
Like,
What stroke's
Okay,
your
now-
favorite?
Stroke? Like favorite
yeah,
stroke?
yeah.
Breaststroke.
Brush. Okay. Are you good at it?
Yes.
Good.
I used to love back actually, but then when I started to learn how to do breaststroke, I actually figured out how to go faster than everybody else, so I beat everybody. So it's my
Well,
favorite.
good for you.
So yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. It's just
Okay.
kind of weird. It's kind of like you're in an airplane.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Because you can hear yourself talk and you can hear the other people talk too. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool. And it kind of blocks out all the other noises that are going around you a little bit.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you come to the Y?
Mhm.
For what?
Swim team practice.
Swim team? Do you ever come to the gym?
Yes, we actually are on basketball.
Do you do basketball too?
Yes.
Awesome. What about Mom? Does she ever come to the Y?
Yes, she works
I
here
work
actually.
here.
Oh, she works here. Yeah. I knew that. I was just seeing if you guys remember.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, she works at the front desk, right?
Yes.
What does she do?
She checks people in and stuff.
All right.
I don't exactly know because I'm not here every day.
So, Angie, how long have you worked here?
Just, let's see, maybe since September.
September, okay.
Beginning of the school year, I think.
Great.
So,
Great.
yeah, it's been good.
What else do you guys do here? Do you guys ever race each other when you swim?
Yes. Yeah.
Are you faster?
No, she's slower. I beat her every time. Addie is more faster.
Is
And with
she?
flippers on, I can almost beat Sophie, who is my other sister.
So you guys do swim teams. So how many swim meets do you have? Do you know?
We usually have 9,
9. Okay.
but then some can get canceled or something, so then we may have 7 or 8.
And do you have any medals, trophies, ribbons?
I have a second place medal, and then a first place medal, and I have lots of other ribbons. I know I have a 9th place ribbon. I don't know how I got 9th.
Well, everybody has a bad day, right?
Yes.
Or
But like it was the last swim meet, so I'm just like, how did I get 9th place?
So have you met some people too by coming to the Y? Met new friends or
Yes.
anything by being on
Yeah.
swim team? And
So on swim team, yeah, she met Penny.
so you've met some new. So you've had fun doing that too.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think my favorite was probably this spring. One of the last meet, we went to this cool outside pool, and like my friend had brought all of her fidgets and stuff. So
You just
like
had
there,
fun.
like all the other teams, all the other girls on the teams came and like play. Even like 2 teenagers who were like 17. And I
Oh,
think
really?
Another
They-
one was
they
18.
keep
Yes.
playing with you guys. That's cool. And usually at the meets, you're competing against other YMCA's,
Yes.
right? Correct. Yeah. So
Yeah.
just for people that may be watching or watch this later that may not know and maybe be interested in that, they're
Like-
kind of curious maybe who you'd be swimming against. So it's. Do you remember any of the names of the other Ys?
Well, I know the dragons, the dolphins, and I don't. Those are the
I
only
think the
two.
dragons, the
Let's see,
dolphins.
Dolphins are Dubuque Golf Dolphins, right? From
Yeah.
Dubuque Y. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
their
the
pool
one.
is like really small. It has like 6 lanes. It's stuck in this like narrow.
Yeah. I was
Area.
up there once when my boys were younger and they swam. So.
I think their kid pool is probably the biggest room. I mean, by like width, not by length,
Okay.
because it's way wider than the pool area, like where the pool is. The pool is wider than the pool that you race in.
Oh,
so
okay.
that's what
okay.
that's what not room. They're the same exact length. And
What about Mom? Does she have any other Y stories she likes to tell or anything? Or
yeah,
She
Mom.
doesn't tell stories.
she doesn't tell stories?
I'm
If
not
you-
much of a storyteller, am I?
If you want a storyteller, you probably get my dad.
Is he a good
He
storyteller?
talks for hours. You ask him one question, and he's talking to you for 2 straight hours about one subject. I'm just like, where did you get all this?
like, it, like, we say one question, and then he goes
well,
on.
that's
It seems
good.
like, yeah, well, it seems like it's been like the whole day.
Yeah. So then Mom gets mad at us because we don't finish our school because like we ask one question and Dad's just going on and on and on.
Yeah,
So
Mom.
basketball.
Yes.
You play basketball too?
Yes, she does.
Well,
She doesn't like it.
yesterday, was it yesterday?
Did you have a game
Yeah.
yesterday?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
lost by 10 points.
Can you dunk? Jump up and
No.
Oh,
That's
you
what our dad asked yesterday.
do
We
you,
can't do that.
you can't do that?
None of the
Okay.
kids can do that. Like, every kid tries, but then they always, like, get to, like, here, and
Yeah.
you barely can even do
Not
it.
tall enough, are they?
No.
Yeah.
Are
but,
you
like,
good at? Can you dribble good? Or are you learning that yet?
I dribble good.
You dribble good? Yeah.
And, like, when the other team has it, I just run. I'm, like, the first one to get to the other side.
You're fast then.
But
wow.
not faster. She's Addie's way faster.
Well, she's just older. You'll get
Well,
there too.
so our first 2 games, our first one, we had this team with 2 really tall people. And so it was like really hard to beat them, but we beat them by like 2 points.
Well, you just played well
It was
together,
14
right?
to 16. And my whole entire team was shorter than all of them. Except except for the 2, we were all shorter than the 2 tall girls, but the other ones were like the same exact tall.
So you just have to shoot from farther out then to get
Yeah.
it over them, right?
That would be
Do you play
Caitlin's
softball
job.
or anything in the summer?
I actually have played baseball. I think I say I was good at it, but I wouldn't know.
No.
She basically judges my
Addie.
every move.
Addie, you played T-ball.
Well, everybody
Yeah, that was
Develops
t-ball,
at
which is
different
basically
times.
baseball.
Okay.
develops at different times, so don't get
Yes.
discouraged if you're not where you think you should be right now. Honestly, I'm a big baseball fan, so that's kind of my sport.
I like basketball.
I like basketball too. I like football too. I like them all. I like to watch sports.
My dad, we sit at the very top where there's a very
Oh, the games.
football game, and then he screams really loud. So whenever you watch it the next day, you can hear him screaming. Like one time, like last year, he was screaming so loud that we could literally hear him loud and clear.
There was one time, so my dad gets really energetic at football games. So he let me and her and my sister Sophie go around the baseball field and come back. So we were on the other side of the
on the football field, and he screams, and we could hear
Hear
it.
him? Dad comes to Y too, right?
Yes, he
Yeah.
does.
Almost every
To
day.
work out. Yes.
Oh, good.
He
comes and
works
works
out, swims, and other stuff. And
Yeah.
he helps me with basketball.
Well, very good.
Before this started or they got set up, he came.
He was here earlier. Good.
Yeah, working out.
Well, these are the Paytons. I'm going to let you guys get back to what you were doing before, if you were having some snacks there or helping out.
No,
and,
we were playing upstairs.
But thank you guys very much for joining us, and we really appreciate hearing your Y stories. I know anybody that's watching or will watch this later will really enjoy hearing how you guys are using the facility. So thank you very much.
Yep.
So that was the Paytons. And as you heard, Angie, the mom, works here at the front desk. And the two girls there were heavily involved in swim team, as you could hear, and basketball and some other activities at the Y. And so we're, again, not quite halfway through. At 6 o'clock, we're going to have the push into the pool, where we'll get 2 or 4 of these 8 people here will get pushed in. Chris Fee, Kurt Coleman, Paul Miller, Scott Warren, Don Schwenker, Josh Callister, Bob Winiger, or Scott Hanson. We'll get 4 of those 8 will get pushed in. And then, so again, every $50 donated will be a vote for one of those people. So, and currently we have a total, last time it was updated, and it's been 20 minutes or so. I'm sure we have new totals that'll be coming in. We were at $50,530 donated to the campaign. So this is the 2022 Maquoketa YMCA annual campaign, Give a Splash Call-a-thon. Again, there's a QR code. Yeah, it should be in the corner of your screen. If you want to donate, you can scan that code on your cell phone, and it should take you to a link either for the Y where you can donate directly and get your votes in. For if there's somebody that you want to see get pushed in that pool, you can make sure that you can get a vote in for them. Chris, you up next. You can come on and join me then. You by yourself, or you got anybody else in your family? Just you, okay. There you go. All right, can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, Chris, tell me a little bit about you and your family.
Yeah, you bet. My family is made up of my wife, Bethany, and our 6 children. Our oldest is 12 years old, and our youngest is 5.
So you're very busy.
We are very busy, yeah.
Very active.
You got it.
And
we try to be.
Well, that's good. Well, you have to be with the kids. And so you use the facility here quite a bit?
Yes, we do. My wife and I have lived here for 6 years now.
Okay.
And been very involved and active at the YMCA since moving here from central Iowa.
Awesome. So what part of Iowa are you from originally?
I grew up in Marion, so
in Marion. Okay,
not too
okay.
far from
Yep.
here, but my wife and I were in Des Moines before we came out east here.
Oh, great. What brought you here?
Job. I'm serving as the superintendent of the Andrews School District, the Easton Valley District, and also the Delwood School District. So.
Awesome. So anybody that didn't know that Chris, you heard what his roles are, so happy to have you. Glad to see you as part of the Y here. And you got any interesting stories, anything that you appreciate about the Y, or anything along that lines?
There are all kinds of things that I appreciate about the Y. One of the things that I think is great, especially with having a large family, this is certainly very relevant. Families with young kids often get pulled in a lot of different directions and
yeah, that's for sure.
Run here and there and all over the place. And there's opportunities for, traveling sports and things like that around here. But really appreciate the opportunity to stay pretty close to home, be able to bring all of our kids to one spot, get them all involved, play on teams with friends that helps to develop those friendships and just build skills and help them have fun along with their peers in our area.
Absolutely, and that's. So I should introduce myself first. So I'm Chad Coakley, and my wife worked here for a number of years. She was here when it first was built, and so we've been heavily involved since the beginning. And this is kind of where I started coaching. My kids, something I never thought I'd get into, but I kind of enjoyed it, coaching through the Y in baseball. And I don't know a lot about basketball, but I coached youth basketball for a couple years and really enjoyed it. And our kids made a lot of good friendships and had a lot of fun doing all the Y events, and we were pretty heavily involved. So glad to hear you're doing the same thing. Have you done any coaching or anything yet?
Oh, yeah. Every season I'm usually coaching 2 or 3 teams running in different directions, but it's fun just to be a part of that with my kids. And I also get to interact with the kids that I get to see in school. So I get to see them kind of in a different setting, and that's a lot of fun just because I get to know them a little bit better.
I always enjoyed you see a kid out of season or something, too. Like if I coached baseball, then you'd see him in the fall somewhere, anywhere around town, they'd look at you and like, look, Mom, that was my coach, And I always enjoyed when kids had that kind of association with you, and that they appreciate that you put the time in, and those relationships are built. So
exactly. And I was going to share also with having 6 kids, all kids are different and have different interests. And so it's really neat, the diverse opportunities that are here. I've got my kids that love basketball like I do, but then I also have a few kids that have gotten a lot of interest in swimming, which was kind of my wife's thing when she was growing up. And so it's neat to be able to see them take advantage of opportunities that are offered here through the Y and just get experience and see if it's something that they enjoy.
Absolutely, and I think we kind of hit on this earlier with some of our other guests. You talk about people sometimes assume a workout facility, right, or a place to for heavy exercise, but this place is a lot more than that, and most Ys are. But outside of sports, I don't know if you guys have been involved or attended the Halloween trunk or treat.
Yep.
As an activity.
Exactly.
That is
right?
One of my favorite events as my kids were growing up, was that trunk or treat. Because you have, 50, 75, 100 cars out there. People backed in, have their trunks open and decorated, and they're dressed up for Halloween, and kids just walk around and do their trick-or-treating right there, and that's a great event. So
yep, another very family-friendly event.
Yes, very. And if the weather is bad, they've had it in here. You know what? That's worked out great too. But there's a lot of events like that, and I can't think of all of them off the top of my head right now. But besides sports and working out, the pool, the gym, the track, the trunk or treat.
Yep.
All those events are just great things, and like you said, family events that you can attend.
Aside from my family being able to enjoy the Y and take advantage of all the opportunities here, it's been really neat to see the Y kind of grow, even just outside of the immediate area here, and reach out to some of the surrounding towns. We've really tried to enhance our partnerships between the YMCA and our local school districts.
Yeah.
Being with Andrew, Easton Valley, and Delwood, we want to connect our families in those communities with this, great facility and great programs, because we know that it's best for kids to be involved, and academics are important, but so is physical activity and getting out and just trying different experiences. And the more that our kids get involved, just the healthier lifestyles they're going to be, accustomed to in the future.
And we've met some families just from associations through the Y and some of those youth sporting events, like you said, Easton Valley or Bellevue or Andrew, whoever it may be, are bringing teams over here to help, fill out leagues, and that's great. And then you see some of these kids may play on teams together throughout the years, and then those relationships are built, and those are, great relationships to have. And we were talking earlier about how all the schools have opened up their facilities to help out the Y. Like, we're limited here with one gym, but I know that the Andrew gym has been used for a lot of events in the last couple of years, and Maquoketa with the same, and some of those other facilities. So it's great to see that collaboration and people helping families and children and basically everybody that way.
Exactly. And like these school districts, they're community school districts. The facilities are there for the community to benefit from. And so, like you mentioned, Andrew, I think this is our second year that we've opened up the gym to the YMCA, and it seems to keep growing and growing because that's a pretty busy place from about 8 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon every Saturday this time of year.
Well, as you talk about expanding some of those programs and making some of those things bigger, it takes that, right? You have to have the facilities to be able to support it, and we know the fundraising it takes to be able to build onto a facility like this. So those partnerships are terrific, and I know greatly appreciated on both ends. So thank you, and I know.
I just noticed he came to win today.
Win, or I just came to knowing I was going to lose. Depends how you look at it. But the sun was shining.
Hey,
I thought
if you get pushed in the pool, that's a win.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're on.
I'm on the board.
You're
today.
on the board.
Yep.
So if you've listened to Chris here and you want to vote to get him pushed in the pool, remember every $50 is one vote, and he is one of the 8 potential candidates to get pushed in that pool at 6 o'clock. So, he's dressed for he is dressed.
He's dressed for the beach.
I got my beach gear on.
He's got his Hey Dudes on. He can slip off
and
quick.
Then if he doesn't get voted in, if he gets seen in public, he can say, "Well, it's 50-some degrees today."
That's right. I know.
I felt like dressing up.
It's like summer out there.
You can play it off.
I knew I might be swimming later. So
why not?
So again, this is Chris Fee that's joined us. He's the superintendent of Andrew, Easton Valley, and Delmer, correct?
Yep.
You got room for one more?
No, I've got my hands full.
I didn't know if they had Maquoketa to your list or not. Since that one's open, it makes sense to me.
Doesn't it? I know, yeah, you would think. But no, I stay plenty busy.
See, that would put you over the $1 million mark, though, with all those coffers. And you don't want to go to that tax bracket.
No, we're good.
Chris, have you met Dale Scott?
We have not actually met.
Dale,
nice to meet you.
Yeah, pleasure to meet you, Dale.
So Dale and I, we're what has been MCSN, so we broadcast a lot of the sporting events here for the high school and other events around town when people ask us for the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
So this is the second year we've done this Give a Splash campaign, and we had a lot of fun with it last year, and we said we'd come back and do it this year. So it's kind of what we do. So we are on YouTube, so that's where it's getting broadcast right now. And then I know last year we had quite a few views, not just during the event, but in the days following. I think 500-600 people watched it. So
yeah. Well, I've been a member of the YMCA advisory board for, 4 or 5 years at least now, and I just know it's a great group of people, so I'm happy to be a part of that group, and I know that they really drive a lot of the work behind the scenes that makes opportunities possible for a lot of kids in our community.
And this campaign is a big part of all of that, and so that's why I know every donation is appreciated, any amount, all helping to make sure that, as we said before, that nobody's turned away for inability to pay, and to truly make this a community facility to benefit everybody in the community. So,
and
Chris,
I know.
Yeah. Anything else?
Yeah. Just serving 1 out of every 2 kids in our service area is pretty darn impressive. That's a lot of kids.
Yeah.
But I think the exciting thing is that we can do more, and there's a lot of kids and families that we want to reach out to, and any donations and contributions help to expand that and make that possible for those that might not have thought that was an option for them. So just happy to be a part of this work.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, appreciate it.
We appreciate meeting with you.
Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you. Yep, thanks for having me on today.
All right. Thanks, Chris.
Yep,
enjoy the rest of your day, and hopefully you get wet later.
Yeah, right. We'll see.
Thanks, guys. Yep.
All right, Dale. So we're about 4:55.
So about halfway through.
Yep. So I think next, we have Colin and Heather, and maybe Kim will be joining us a little bit. So they're staff members here at the Y. Colin is, as most people might know, is the youth. I shouldn't say youth. He's the sports coordinator. He can tell you a little bit about what he does, and Heather is the membership director. I should say Colin's the activities director, but so we'll get them on here. Did you have another video you wanted to show in the meantime? I think.
Yep. Let's go. Which one? Let's go with Trevor DeForest.
Yeah.
Good friend of ours. One of the managers out at Fairway, and in his free time, he likes to dabble in singing Neil Diamond songs, karaoke style. And
Very
it
well,
does
too.
Very good.
Very
at
well.
It. Thought it was Neil for a minute.
Yeah.
Well, actually, they're here already, so.
Yeah, we'll play the video after we talk with these two. So we have the newly married Colin Larson. And then Heather Vorback joining us. So you guys, you joined us last year, so this is kind of a lot easier.
Do you remember your answers?
Right.
Yeah.
I wrote them down. So
good.
So
So
just
just
same this year.
tell me what the question was and go for it.
So we'll start with, who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
All
I'm
right,
here.
so Heather, tell us a little bit about what you do, and then whatever else you want to spin off from there.
Alrighty, well, I am the new Admin Services and Membership Director. Took over in July. So with us, we handle everything at the desk. Membership, any income-based pricing, which was what we're raising funds for today to help out with those scholarships. Do want to let members know if they refer new members to us, they get a month for free, and the new member will get a joiner's fee waived. So the Refer a Friend program, it's available all the time.
Okay, so if you refer a new member,
Yes.
you get a month free.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and then just that. Then the new member will waive the joiner's fee for them as well. So,
Awesome.
yeah, it's a great program.
Jen, did you want to join the Y? Okay. We'll talk about it later. Okay.
So, no, I mean,
She'll use the loophole on my account.
There you go.
Awesome. Well, it's good stuff. So you're about, you enjoying your time then?
yeah, absolutely. I enjoy seeing everybody coming in every day. So,
And then you're not only a staff member here, you also have some children that are involved in activities too, right?
I do. They're starting to get to that age where they're slowly aging out of everything, but we've done soccer and swimming lessons, basketball, volleyball. We've kind of done it all. So,
And you've been involved in the Truck or Treat program for a few years.
Oh,
We
yes.
talked about that a couple
Yep.
times, which is a great event.
absolutely.
That was one of my favorite events when the kids were younger. Was that so?
Yes. Nope. I
Very
think
good.
this year was probably our biggest year yet. I think we had over 2,000 visits.
2,000. Wow.
Yeah.
Do you know? I was trying to guess earlier. How many trunks do we usually have set up? How many?
I think in the past we've had between about 20, 25. This year we had right at 30.
Okay. I was thinking it was even more than that, but it seems like it's a lot when they're all set up. And then
Yeah.
the couple years we've had it set up inside, I know it. Boy, this place was packed.
Yes.
It was
Packed.
Yes.
packed this last year.
Yes.
Yeah, I should add that, and it's not just the trunks that are set up. You have other activities going on in the gym and things too, right?
Absolutely. Yep. We have high school kids that come in and help with play games. We have bouncy houses.
Face painting.
Face
Kim
painting.
Carr
Yep.
did some
Kim
face
Carr
painting
came and
for
did
us.
face painting
Yep.
for us, and just some
games,
fun crafts.
some games. Yeah, yep. And there's usually, is there snacks, drinks, or something? No.
We had a couple of very generous donations this year for cookies.
Yeah, but most of the kids are getting the treats as they go around to the
Yeah.
trunks, so there's
Yep.
plenty of sugar to go around for everybody else. So.
Never a
No
shortage.
sugar shortage.
Colin?
Sounds good. So I'm the program director here at the Y for the past year and however many months. It's evolved recently.
Yes.
Will be now taking over the dance program. It looks like in the summer camp this
Well,
summer. So
at your wedding, as I watched you dance, I thought, well, this guy's the perfect guy to take over the dance program.
Yep, I was highly recruited. As I have never taught dance before in my life, and we hope it stays that way. So we
The tag on the tutu goes in back.
yeah, okay, perfect, yes. But other than that, all of our sports and stuff. So we're finishing up basketball. We got 2 weekends left of that. 2 more weeks of clinics as well for the kids. So it's great to see. Beginning of the season, half the kids, dribbling the ball around, and then the development they make just in a short 5-6 weeks. So, and then they get to kind of make it all come together on Saturdays and play against some of their friends and stuff like that, which is awesome. And then we got 2 weeks of that. That'll end the first weekend of March, and then March 14th is actually spring soccer deadline. So we're just gonna keep on going with it. I'm hoping this snow all melts, and then we can kind of start
we're getting
drying up, so we can play some spring soccer outside without the snow before baseball season starts.
Oh, yeah, we had a question come in, too. So about, 8 people now have asked, how come there's 2 soccer seasons and only 1 baseball season?
Well,
is their all last names Coakley and Kavanaugh?
That's a great question.
I'm kidding.
That was not asked last year, so I don't have an answer for that.
Why don't we have a summer and a fall baseball? There you go.
Yes. But yeah, so and then after soccer, we'll have baseball and softball throughout the summer, May through June. And again, all these sports are ages like 3 to 12. So kids of all ages are coming out and playing. I mean, everybody gets a kick out of walking through the door and watching our preschool kids run around every Saturday morning, 8:30 in the morning. I don't know how the parents get them here on time, but they're here, and they are ready to run around. So then we'll go into fall soccer after that. Then we have football, flag football, and volleyball as well. So year-round sports for the kids.
Yeah, and I coached baseball, I coached basketball a couple years, and I coached football for a number of years through the Y. So a lot of experience. And I think you talk about those preschool kids and young kids, but I think part of that for them is coming here and, when they get to watch some of the other games and kind of build that excitement about, okay, I can't wait till I can play at, it's always that next field or that next age that, I can't wait till we're a little bigger and we get to do that. So I think that's kind of the importance of the growing experience for the younger kids is to see what comes next, and to kind of develop that, well, let's work towards that, and get better. And that's why the coaches put in the time. Like, wins and losses really, aren't important. It's about developing at this age and getting to a point where you can develop your skills and just continue to get better and enjoy playing the game. So.
Yep. So, yeah.
So how many, before you took over dance, like how many videos did you have to submit to, through the interview process?
So I didn't
get chosen.
I didn't have to send anything in. I think we were to the point where it was either me or Scott. And I don't know if you've ever seen Scott dance.
Okay, yeah.
But it like I said, you're going one way or the other.
So was the deciding factor is you just happened to say, so, you made the mistake. So I watched So You Think You Can Dance.
Yes.
You won.
Yeah. Yes. I think the issue was that dance registration is very similar to sports registration. And Scott's like, well, yeah, you already got the sports registrations coming in. What's one more? And I don't have to put them on any teams. We're all on the same team on dance.
Yeah.
Which, and I just thought of this as we've been talking, and maybe you may not even know this. What is the activity program that has the most participants?
So usually our soccer programs do.
That's what I figured it was soccer.
We actually, so last year for basketball, we had about 180, 190 kids, and after all the registrations came in this year, we were just shy of 300. So our registrations are back to their normal pre-COVID levels, which is awesome to see. So
we've talked a lot about youth sports, but there also is some adult things going on. Right?
So we've got adult basketball going on right now. Wednesday nights at the high school, we have men's league, 5 teams in that, which I think is about the normal range, 5 or 6. So we've got 3 or 4 weeks left in that. And then we're hoping to get some sort of adult volleyball going, whether it's just recreation here or a league format.
We used to have that because I played in that for a few years.
Yep.
But yeah, so if you didn't know that and you're looking for some activity like that to do in the winter, there is adult. Is it just men's league right now?
Just men's league right now. Yep.
Volleyball was co-ed when I played, so if you get that going, I know that was a lot of fun.
Yep. And then we play noon basketball Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We haven't for a while now.
It's been kind of hit and miss, but yeah.
But that's another option for our members. And then pickleball has been, which I have started to get into pickleball.
Pickleball is growing in popularity.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yep.
So if you don't know what that, people may not, tell people what pickleball is.
Oh boy,
it's table tennis in a basketball court,
basically. Yeah.
It's so it's kind of a combination of table tennis and tennis.
Yeah.
And you go out there with a paddle and it's a
wiffle ball.
Wiffle ball, yep. So and again, almost the same rules as table tennis or tennis. You got to hit it over on one side and
love
back and go back and forth. You can't be in the kitchen. I learned that one. The 2 rules that I've learned so far are you can't be in the kitchen to hit it. So which is the closest part. You can't stand right up on the net and slam it down.
Right.
The ladies were very upset with me the day I did that. And you have to let it bounce when it comes back. The amount of times that we've so if
you can't hit it in the air?
If I serve it over, it bounces on their side. They serve it over. It has to bounce on my side, and then we can go back and forth. But it has to bounce twice.
Once on each side.
So because usually I serve it and then I run up to the net,
and
usually
slam it.
into the kitchen, and slam it. And so I have not been invited back to a couple of the pickleball.
Well, yeah, I saw your picture on the board out there. About,
not
allowed.
allowed.
Not allowed to play pickleball.
Not allowed to participate in these activities.
We did have a pickleball tournament a couple months ago that was well attended, and we'll do that again in March or April. So,
is there adult dance?
There is adult dance class
going
on right
up
now.
For that one.
I don't know if that will continue.
You brought it up.
Into
You
March.
have to sign up now.
I am not teaching that.
So then I'm out.
I probably should be taking that, so I have something to offer to our little dancers. But
you got a TikTok account?
We do have a TikTok account.
There you go. Just go on there and see what the trends are.
We got all the
Teach it.
dance moves you need.
Yep.
Absolutely.
All right. Anything else you guys wanted to cover?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Colin and Heather, both directors here at our local Maquoketa area Family YMCA. So, well, if you guys feel comfortable, we'll let you off the hook.
Perfect. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for joining us, and good luck the rest of the day.
Yep.
Hey, who's updating the totals? Is it you?
Yeah. Yeah. As soon as I get back, I'll get an update.
Yeah, perfect.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Turn that around. We'll do a big reveal after you update it.
Anyway.
All
right, so let's do Trevor's A.K. Neil Diamond DeForest video. He does a lot of coaching here as well with the youth, and we'll play that now.
Yeah, hi, I'm Trevor DeForest, and just kind of a local volunteer for the Y as a coach. How we kind of are getting more kids involved in the Y is we're actually just kind of pursuing them. We through youth organizations, through youth groups, and stuff like that to actually go out and get the kids. Instead of sending them home with like a letter or something like that, actually going to their houses, knocking on the doors, and asking if they want to play baseball or any kind of sport for the Y. And if money is a hindrance, we really try and work. The Y's been awesome to help provide scholarships for that, and also Faith Community Church and Prairie Creek Church has helped tremendously to the members there have always been willing to donate $20 to help a kid play a sport. We are all really super passionate about our kids and want them to just have great experiences through sports. It's a great way to get them passionate about a game, or also just the team aspect and like getting kids ready to go for working with other kids and everything like that as a team. And so it's really cool to see just how the Y has kind of partnered with just us to help more kids get participated in these sports for the kids. And so it's been a really great way to get more interaction with the Y, and also just participation with kids that might not be able to afford, or also to might just want to sit around and play video games instead of sports. And so you kind of knock on their doors and go get them, give them rides to practices, give them rides to games, and they flourish when you just give them a chance. And so the Y and our churches have done just a tremendous job in helping us to get more kids involved in sports.
All right, we're back.
Who was that standing up?
Candid moment.
The camera does add 10 pounds.
Instead of hot mic, that was hot vid.
Don't adjust your televisions. That was me.
Blackout restrictions do apply.
So we are a little over halfway through. We're waiting for the most recent updates. The Papes are coming up to join us right now. I might let you. Maybe we'll give give them a few. Well, maybe he's got a couple headsets here. You want to grab your other one?
Yeah.
You want to listen in?
Dad loves to
you
talk.
Want your sister? Who's the better talker? You are? Okay. What's your name?
Penelope.
Penelope? What's your last name?
Pape.
I knew it. I knew it. Is this your dad?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Cole.
Cole, okay. Is his last name's Pape too, right?
Yeah.
And who's sitting on his lap?
Rosie.
What's her last name?
Pape.
Is that your sister?
Yeah.
I could tell. So do you come to the Y?
Yeah.
What do you do here?
Swim team.
You like it?
Yeah.
Are you a good swimmer?
Yeah.
You know what? I can't swim a lick. I go right to the bottom of the pool. I do. I can't tread. Can you tread water?
Yeah.
Can you just sit there and stay above water?
Yeah.
See, I'm not good at that.
That's how he got the big belly. He's full of water. He swallowed it all.
No. I'm not a good swimmer. I'm being serious. I'm not a good swimmer, so it's great that you're learning how to do that. Did you learn how to swim here?
Yeah.
Really? Is your dad a good swimmer?
Yeah.
Does your sister swim?
She did for 2 days.
She was too good. They made her quit.
No.
Kind of like how your dad wasn't wrestling. He was too good. They made him stop.
No.
He was really good, though, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. What else do you do at the Y?
Last year I did soccer and basketball.
What's your favorite sport?
Basketball.
Really? Have you tried softball?
No.
Okay. You should try that sometime too. I bet you'd like it. You do.
Well,
you do what you want to do. Though.
You're gonna have big decisions later on in life because you're gonna be a wrestler, right?
No.
Okay.
Are you gonna wrestle?
Rosie might.
No.
Rosie, did you go to Des Moines this week? Did you? Did you walk out with Dad? Yeah. Good. Does Dad coach swim team?
No.
Can Dad swim good?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Cole, we've let them do all the talking. Anything you want to say about your Y experience?
You know, the kids, they really do enjoy the Y. We really like the aquatics, swim team. It's a nice resource for the community. It's a good skill to have. And Penny was 6 years old this year, and it's 8 and under her division. So she kind of improved each year, and they have some really good coaching up here. And it was, from barely being able to go down one end, she ended up jumping off the blocks. She can do her different strokes, and
wow.
In a couple of years we'll probably have we'll have Rosie in the swim team too, right?
You are going to be in first level, Rosie. I'll be in the 3rd level by then.
Yeah, and I think they're going to be doing soccer this spring. So
awesome.
I don't
yeah, it's a great resource. Well, sometimes
I want to do basketball.
we take your opinion into account, and then we still sign you up for soccer. So.
All your friends will be in
My
it.
kids played soccer, too. My kids played soccer, and they did swim team, which, as I said, I'm not a good swimmer. I really can't. But I loved what it did for them to be able to swim, knowing that I couldn't. They did the same things as you guys did.
Hey, look at
swim team and
look at the bright side. Right now, you can do it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get to play as many sports as you want, right?
Yeah. Play them all. That's how you get good at everything.
And have you been running around up top or calling people today?
Did you call anybody?
No, because my phone's not here.
Oh, shoot.
And your phone actually can't call people, can it?
Oh.
Yeah, it's just an old one.
It can only FaceTime.
Yeah, if you're on Wi-Fi, you could FaceTime.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cole, have you coached any of the soccer or basketball?
I coached Rosie's soccer, so yeah, that's kind of the way they will go out if I coach the team. So that's always
well, Dad's your coach.
3 and 4 year old soccer's about my skill level at soccer, and yeah.
I don't think I ever coached soccer. I did everything else, but I never coached soccer.
Yeah, and I don't coach basketball. either, but
I didn't either.
Wonder why.
I'm not.
I didn't either until one year when one of my boys was in 6th grade, I think, and they didn't have anybody to coach. And like, okay, I'll do it, but I really don't know what I'm doing. But you know what? I learned a lot.
Did you
know?
play basketball then?
No.
Oh,
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't.
You know, I know enough to know I don't know anything. You know, you put it in the hoop, you set a couple screens, that rebound.
I just worked on ball handling with them basically, and that's the great thing about the Y is all skill levels are welcome. You know, this is a place to come and develop and learn. And you know, you're really good talking. You know, do you know that? You've done a really good job in this interview.
What do you say?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
do you go by Penny then?
Yeah.
Okay. But it's Penelope is your real name, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
And do you know they're going to throw somebody in the pool at the end of this?
No.
Whoever gets the most votes out of some people from town, they're
Yep.
going to throw them in the pool.
I'll tell you,
Why?
they get pushed in because people vote for them. So do you know who the 8 people that potentially could be? I'll read them off to you. Chris Fee, Kurt Coleman, Paul Miller, Penelope Pape, Josh Callister, Scott Warren, Don Schwenker, Bob. Wait a minute. One of those was you.
Oh, no.
Did you bring your swimsuit?
Did you bring extra clothes or a towel just in
No.
case? Well, make sure your phone's not in your pocket in case you get pushed in, okay?
I don't have
And then
a
the
phone.
last one
Well, I do.
is Scott Hanson. You know Scott Hanson?
Yeah.
What's he do in town?
Teach swim team, I think.
Does he swim? He's also
That's Paislin's dad.
Oh.
What
What's
else does he
Paislin's
do?
dad?
Cop.
He's a police officer,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He just walked in the gym.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, is Paislin here? No, I don't see Paislin.
He's got to do an interview with us in a little bit, too. So did he coach you in something?
No, I think she's thinking Scott Warren.
Oh,
Scott,
okay. Yeah.
Scott, but yep.
So you're 6?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. 7.
Tell him what was yesterday.
My birthday.
It was your birthday yesterday?
Yeah.
Boy, so February, what day would that have been? February 19th. Every year, is it always on the 19th, or is it just
All the way.
the third Saturday in February?
Always
Always
on
19th.
February 19th.
That's awesome. So you just turned 7. Boy, that was a fun year. I remember 7 very well. You're going to really enjoy it. So what grade are you in now?
First.
So then next year you'll be in 2nd?
Yeah.
That's awesome. And then you'll be in the same swim team for another year, and then you'll move up?
I think so.
Yeah, I think she'll be in the same division. 2 more years.
2 more
7 and
years,
8.
okay. You're doing really good then for being in the 8 and under division.
So how was your experience this week in Des Moines, Cole?
It was good. I hadn't been out to the state wrestling tournament for quite a few years, and getting back down on the mat level brought back a lot of memories. And walking out with having Tampere go in the same year, that was a special moment there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was kind of shocked when I seen the recipients. I'm like, we got 2?
Yeah, I wonder if I think they must have kind of been, thinking, okay, when we're gonna put them in together.
Yeah,
so that was nice to do that. And
yeah, I know the videos were going around pretty quickly last night. Everybody watching it, so I saw it a few times.
Yeah,
so
my wife. I don't have Facebook, so my wife kind of will show me the feeds, and I know a lot of people congratulate me. So thank you to everyone.
I think we talk a lot about the other people we've interviewed tonight. Have talked a lot about pride in facilities and things, and people take a lot of pride in our wrestling program throughout the years, and the kids that have went on, like you have, and there's a lot of pride for people getting into a Hall of Fame like that from this community. So I think people were really proud to see that and very happy to see that happen.
A lot of people came up and congratulated me, but I would say probably 3 to every one to Tampere.
Yeah.
He's just so well known, even though he hasn't been around the scene for quite a while, but very well respected.
Yeah,
he is.
He's one of those.
That's who you should look up to. You should coach basketball because he was a basketball player.
Was. He did not wrestle, yeah. And he did pretty good for himself.
Well, I think he's one of those guys, and people like that. They, no matter what they do, they put everything they got into it, and they're going to make sure they succeed at it. And then anybody that's that T taught or coached, I think has.
I think we all had him as a teacher.
Everybody had him as a teacher, and everybody has that same level of respect for him. So.
Yeah, it was a nice weekend.
Well, good. Well, congratulations on that. Anything else you want to talk about while you got us here? Okay, well, thanks a lot for joining us. We really enjoyed talking with you and appreciated hearing about your experiences at the Y, and I hope you continue to have many more, okay? And make sure you help your sister out a lot, okay?
If you see us at sporting events, you just come up and ask us if you can come on air with us anytime.
Like when I need to go get pizza or something, you can just take my headset and talk, okay?
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Very good.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
I
enjoy the
appreciate
rest
it.
of your night, and thanks a lot for doing this.
All right.
I'll take your headset, okay?
Thanks,
you.
Cole.
All right. Thanks, guys. All right, so we're at, where are we at here? 5:22. Scott Hanson would be next up.
He's over there at the table.
Okay. I'm just going to see if they've updated our board here. We do have a new update.
Oh, 55, huh?
We're up to 55. And again, so we're up from our last update, but again, they have to tally the donations, and there's a little bit of a processing delay there.
There's online donations that got to counter in.
Yep, and we were, obviously we took Heather away from that for a little bit here when we interviewed her. So I'm sure that our next update, we'll see that go up again.
Congrats,
again,
Scott.
every $50 donated gets you one vote to get someone pushing the pool at 6 o'clock. We'll probably jump onto our Facebook Live on our phone to do that instead of taking all the equipment in there. But again, the 8 people that have the potential to get pushed in are Chris Fee, Kurt Coleman, Paul Miller, Scott Warren, Don Schwenker, Josh Callister, Bob Winiger, and Scott Hansen. You know what? I forgot to tell Penelope that I was joking when I said her name.
Oh, I thought she was actually on the list.
No. But
that poor girl.
Yeah, she's probably back there. Mom, I might get pushed in the pool. All right, Paxton. You want to do it or you want Mom to? All right, Paxton. Oh, we'll let Mom go first then.
Actually, no, I want to go first.
All right, here we go.
All
right, here you go.
Yeah, I want to go first.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
All right, what's your name?
Paxton Hanson.
Paxton Hanson. Who's this with you?
My dad, Scott Hanson.
Scott Hanson, okay. Has he ever coached you in anything?
Yeah, he has.
What did he coach you in?
Soccer.
Through the Y, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What other sports have you played through the Y?
I played football. Played basketball as well. Those were really fun.
What was your favorite sport?
Probably soccer.
Yeah. Did you ever do swim team?
Yeah, I did actually.
Did you learn a lot? Is that how you did you learn to swim here?
Yeah, I did.
And you spend a lot of time in the water too, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Good. I'm not a very good swimmer. I just had this discussion with Papes. I'm not a good swimmer, so I'm a little scared. Like if I go to the river or anything, I don't usually get too far from the boat, or a life jacket, or something very safe. So, so soccer was your favorite, huh? What about now? Do you still play soccer?
Not really anymore, I guess.
Okay. And I know your soccer coach probably a lot better than your baseball coach, huh?
I don't know about that.
Yeah. And have you ever done the trunk or treat here?
Yeah, I have.
Did you like that?
Yeah, that was fun.
We've talked about that a couple times. It's always kind of fun with that, and then the bouncy house and stuff inside when you kids were younger, and I always enjoyed that. What about Dad? What's his favorite thing here, you think?
I really don't know.
Probably dropping you off.
The daycare part of it.
Come back and get you a couple hours later.
See you at the end of the day.
And you have a couple sisters, right? So did they use the facility too, or did just you?
Yeah, they both did as well.
Your older sister, she was on swim team, wasn't she?
She did swim team also, yes.
Yeah, Peyton did swim team. Quite,
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I remember going to.
She did soccer for about a year. She did softball. I think my favorite part has been coaching soccer with the kids.
Really?
Not only with Paxton, but also watching the other kids.
It's kind of fun watching them grow and scoring their first goal, or whatever it is they do that thing and jump up and down. I think that was always kind of my favorite part. Or in baseball, when somebody makes that first big catch in the outfield, first thing they do is look at Mom and Dad. And I love that. That's what it's about. Figuring those things out. And
would you have loved to play soccer in high school if we had it back then?
I think I would have, yeah. It wasn't that big of a sport, or we didn't have the option here, though.
No.
There wasn't even youth soccer when we were kids in town, was there?
No.
Because I remember
it wasn't even on the radar.
No,
here,
I remember
back in our day.
I remember after it had started here, years after I graduated, driving by the fairgrounds and seeing, I couldn't believe the amount of kids playing soccer, and I'm like, just to think that that wasn't even around just a few years
Well,
before that.
I mean, volleyball had just started when we were still in school together. So that was relatively new yet.
High school volleyball?
Yeah.
Really?
For us, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Scott tried out for the girls' volleyball team and got cut.
Couldn't make it, no.
So you're still the school resource officer, aren't you?
Yep.
So you get to see kind of firsthand what a lot of this fundraising is going to go to and the families that it affects and the kids, and you have a lot of contact with those and how it kind of goes firsthand a little bit sometimes, doesn't it?
Yeah, I would imagine. Just watching, you know.
I kind of rephrased that a little wrong too, but
just watching them, you know, start off little and then seeing them grow, seeing them progress, though, just from the beginning stages of, you know, soccer, whether it's baseball, not really having a clue what it is. They're focused on just themselves. How do I catch the ball? How do I hit the ball? To where now it's a team and they're thinking bigger picture.
You know, last year when we did this, we had Brad was on, and is it Brent Kilmer? Is it Brent or Brett?
Brent.
Yep. Yeah. They were both on, and, you know, one thing they talked about, and I still think about this a lot, is that the ability to have a place for kids to go so they're not
at home alone
or causing trouble. You know,
trouble
Brad
in the
kind
street.
of touched on this. And you see that firsthand, you know, your involvement with the schools, you kind of see, you know, that this is a place they can go so that they're not getting in those troubles, whether it's before school. You know, sometimes it's a 2-hour delay at school, and maybe this is a place they can go. But, yeah, I thought that was a neat aspect of it, that this is a place where kids can come, you know, after school, and instead of maybe causing trouble or, you know, not having a place to go, this is a place to come and enhance any skills, you know, really.
Yeah. I like the fact that it's adult supervised then, too.
Yeah.
So if you go down to Little Bear Park, we have problems down there all the time.
Yeah.
Whether it's bad language, kids throwing shoes on the roof, you know, getting in trouble. Versus when they come up here, it seems like it's a lot more controlled environment. You've got adults here supervising. You've got adults here working out then, too. I don't see near the behaviors, you know, hardly any behaviors. I've not had any issue here being here as an adult.
I would agree that just a little structure. It gives them structure, right? That,
Definitely.
Certain behaviors you have to follow and consequences for that. So, no. Paxton, anything else you want to touch on while we got you here?
Nope. I think that's it.
That's it? Okay. Are you active in anything at the Y now? Or I'm trying to think, you might be just past the age
I'm past
now.
the age.
Yeah. Yep, you and Kai just kind of got past. Kai always played flag football, as you did. And he did soccer a couple years, and we did baseball all the way up. And, yeah, it was kind of, you know, for me, last year was our kind of last year with all the youth sports stuff. It was a little surreal in the end. You know, I did a lot of coaching, and it was, you know, you never like to see that end, but sometimes it's kind of like, well, I guess it's ready for the next chapter. And I think, you know, for my kids, they need someone else to coach them to kind of continue that growth and development, you know, and get away from me a little bit. So, Scott, anything else for you and your experience with Y? Or?
We're still enjoying it. We were just signing our youngest up, second grader, for soccer coming up this spring while we were here tonight. She's still doing basketball. This was her first year doing basketball, so she's enjoying that now too. A little bit of a challenge just because we really haven't worked with her. She's been younger. And being the youngest, she kind of gets pulled around wherever we're going for the older two kids, it seems like.
We'll all have a focus usually on the middle one, right? Like everybody always focuses on the middle child, right?
Sometimes it's the opposite.
Or does the middle child always get forgotten? You know, I'm a middle child, so I feel your pain, buddy. Nobody remembers the middle child. Do you know today's Middle Child's Day?
Really?
Nobody did. No, nobody knew it was. Did you have any dance ever? Were you ever involved in the dance program here? No?
I don't think we did, no.
That's a few people we talked to today have been involved with dance, and so we just like to hear those different stories. So we really appreciate you guys sharing yours and joining us. Did Mom want to add anything, or is she good?
I think she does.
Vicky's good, so
she's declining. It looks like.
We appreciate all her support and help too. So, well, very good. Well, we appreciate you guys joining us. So we'll let you off the hook here. You can go get a snack or walk around and do your thing.
Well, thanks for having us. Yeah.
Did you bring your change of clothes?
this is it. I don't plan
Max,
on going
did
to
you
the
bring
water.
your money so you can vote for that guy to get pushed in the pool?
No, I did not. I should have.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Well, good luck.
Did you tell your dad you emptied your savings this morning for a particular reason?
You need a blank check, Dad. Want to make sure you win.
Just make sure you sign it first.
Yeah. So, all right. We'll let you guys go. Thanks a lot for joining us.
All right.
And good luck the rest of the day.
Thanks, guys.
All right. All right, so we are at 5:32. We should have so about a half hour left here. The Give-A-Splash 2022 campaign. At last update, we are at $55,355 donated, and that's over half the goal. So that's a great start.
Are we
I was gonna ask Scott?
Are we going to the pool at 6, or is it like 10 till
Well, I think
6?
when we get done with our last
5:52, we go to the pool. Okay.
Yeah, so we got about 10 minutes left here, 15 minutes. I saw Kirk Coleman is here, and he's on the list. He's in a suit, so he's potentially getting pushed in the pool too. So
yeah, I think I haven't personally seen Paul, Bob, or Don yet.
So I would urge, as we're getting here towards the end, if you haven't donated and you're wanting to, you can scan that QR code on the screen.
Oh, there's Don. He just walked in.
Can help you out, and then you can update it. So we're gonna have some new updates. So yeah, I know the big push is
it's Vanna Coakley.
Jody, how long does the campaign go till? Does the campaign end tonight? Okay. So it is ongoing, so past tonight, so just wanted to clarify that. We're going to have another visitor here with us in a few minutes. That's Kirk Coleman, CEO of Jackson County Regional Health Center. He was active in getting a rec center in Maquoketa. He was here for the 10-year celebration committee. And obviously, we're excited to get his input and have him here. And then after that, we'll do an update here, and then we'll move to the pool. Do you have any more videos, Dale, to show?
I got one more, yeah.
One more, so we'll do.
Okay, well, 61.
So we're at 61,000 even. And so they're updating again. That was about 10 minutes since the last update, and we went up another over $5,000-6,000 here. So well on our way.
Are the Stars the ones in the lead right now?
Oh, yeah.
Where did Vanna go?
So we got Paul, Scott, Bob, and Don are currently in the lead. So if you're looking to get Chris Fee, Kirk Coleman, Josh Callister, or Scott Hanson in the pool.
Yeah, Scott was pretty cocky that he wasn't going to go in that pool.
He wasn't even dressed for it. So
please,
if you want to get them,
make him eat his words.
Yep. If you want to get them, make sure you get your donation. Again, you can scan that QR code. You can call the Y at 652-6566 and make a donation. And we have many hands on deck here with phones and taking donations. So, Kurt's over there talking to Buddy, so we'll grab him when he's done, and that'll finish up.
That might be an hour.
We'll finish up our interviews.
I'll go get him.
And then. So again, we're in the last half hour here. The pool activities will start at 6 o'clock, so we're going to head over there about 10 to 6 and make sure that we kind of get the report totals, and we'll see who gets pushed into the pool there at 6 o'clock. And
yeah, we got an extra headset for her.
Excellent. I need it. Oh, you mean for him? Yeah.
He can do all the talking.
Here we are in the booth at Iowa Hawkeye football game. It's third and 19.
That's what when I first started putting these headsets on, I liked listening to myself. You sound different in these.
Just a little.
You do, yeah. It's like I'm like, well, I kind of like that.
But then you go watch it on replay on your TV and through your. And it's like,
don't sound the same.
I don't sound good.
You sound good right here. Like, yeah, I'm really good in the headset. It's outside the headset. I don't.
My God, that's awful.
I know. Don't you hate that? Hey, low timber. I like that. It sounds manly. Yeah. Oh, who is a jerk?
I got to remember to next time talk a bit deeper.
Talk over. So we're joined by Kurt Coleman and
Judy.
Okay. And Kurt, you've been around the Y for a long time, right?
Yeah,
and
since it started and even before. Yeah.
Do you remember the year you first got involved?
Let's see. The Y started in what, about 2006? Is that right? Something like that?
2005, 2006.
Yeah. And so I was part of the exploratory committee that was really intently looking into fundraising to really make this a reality. So that was, I think, maybe 2004, 2005, for sure. We got really serious about our fundraising efforts.
So coming up on 20 years that you've been involved. So
when you put it that way, it makes me a little sad, but happy at the same time.
Time goes fast,
yeah.
doesn't it? Yeah, but just to kind of let people know how long you've been very active in this facility and it coming to fruition, and then past that and how you stay involved. So very good. And for those of you who don't know, Kurt is the CEO of the Jackson County Regional Health Center here in town, and so very involved in health and active lifestyles and health of the community and personal health. So great to have you. I don't know if you want to talk about anything, your continued involvement to use the facility a lot, or...
Well, let me talk a little bit about why we felt like this was important in the first place. So when the concept of a Y came along, it was, I think, understood that the mission of health and wellness doesn't just belong to one entity or one organization. It really takes the entire community and more to build and have a vision for the things you really want in your town. And we knew that this was important. Even though the hospital has a different role in the healthcare mission, that was something that we felt was also important as a place for people to come and recreate and focus on health and be around positivity. And it was something that people felt like not only did we need, but we could get it done. So that was part of my original purpose of being involved with it. Through my involvement with the Jackson County Health Foundation, which is a separate foundation to support the hospital, we all agreed that we got to get behind this, both personally, professionally, and with the funds of the Health Foundation. And so they were one of the early contributors, lead contributors to this whole process. So at that time, it took a lot of the right community leaders with the right influence to really get the fundraising hurdle, the fundraising goal in perspective. And that was one of the key roles that I played in it, and so happy that I did. Over the years, I've used the YMCA. I know the YMCA's been involved in community events, celebrations, all kinds of things that we support. And the hospital has a similar mission in terms of health and wellness, but we look at them as almost like sister organizations. So plenty of room in the community for all of that.
I think that's a great aspect that probably hasn't been talked about in the 2 years that we've been doing this, is that kind of collaboration and some of the background into, how, like, the foundation and how they were involved. And I think that's great for people to understand that. And other people have talked about how, it's about believing and investing in the community and how you can help bring people to this community and see how organizations like that work together. And that is tremendous to hear those stories. I know for us and for anybody that watches this and for people that are involved in the Y. And, other people have talked about, you talked about getting over that fundraising hurdle. That was a big hurdle. There was the committee that initially started in the late 90s, I think.
99, 2000.
Was, we talked about the initial was the ARC.
Correct,
yeah. And a lot of people invested a lot of time in that, and that hurdle was, I think, the fundraising aspect of it. So, and it takes that to build a facility like this, and some people often forget that. So greatly appreciate your efforts and your connections there, and like you said, sister organizations, how they work together. And I know that the health of people is very important to you, and that's one of the things this facility offers, is helping people. using the pool as a activity place and
a lot of rehab.
Yeah, and even you think about people need to connect with people too, and I think that's a big part of what the Y is this is a place to connect, and you know, whatever it is, adult swim classes or fitness classes or even walking together and things like that.
People of all ages really can benefit by the community connection. It's what keeps us young, right?
Yeah.
And YMCAs are more than just a facility. They're really a center of community activity. And they're important to sustain. And that's one of the things I'm probably most gratified is how vibrant the YMCA has become over the years. And it's sustained itself because community effort and community support, which includes dollars, but not just dollars, time and effort and promotion, all the things that are necessary to have a really great community. I see Connie. Hi, Connie.
And it always comes down to people too, and it's been some great people that have done a lot of work throughout the years, like yourself, that have been involved. And yeah, it's been great. And I've been involved for a long time, and you know, I've appreciated everything that my kids were able to do through the Y. We were involved in a lot of programs and spent a lot of time here, and it's been a great community facility. So,
how's your new facility working out?
It's going great. Yeah, we got.
I've yet to even go through a door up there yet.
Well, careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
So. No, you know, a little disappointing being in the middle of a pandemic where we don't get to do the great big open house and really show off what's going on up there.
Will that be done at a later time?
You know,
maybe?
I still think we're hopeful that if COVID will subside long enough for us to get people together safely, we still need to do that. We're going on 1 year in our new facility, and you know, I feel like I've done a million tours of single individuals. I could have done one tour of a million individuals. But yeah, we would really love to show it off a little bit more, especially now that our staff has had a chance to work in it. They know what people like about it, and it's just a great place. It's a good feeling, very efficient, very friendly, very modern, and just kind of comforting to be around.
I would like to at least voluntarily see it, yes.
Yeah. I'd be glad to take you on a tour. I'd welcome that.
Yeah, you talk about getting through the pandemic, and one of the things Colin, the activities director, talked about was, you know, the declining enrollment in some of the sports activities due to COVID. You know, but he said like last year they had 180 participants in youth basketball, but now this year it bounced back up to 300. So I think things are climbing back up out of that. So that was, you know, that's almost doubling the participants, which obviously is great for the facility and the programs and for the kids, because the more people you have participating, I think the better the programs get to be too. So hopefully we're starting to climb those hurdles. So
yeah, we're seeing that rate go down, which is good. It gives people confidence we can get back out and do the things we normally like to do, like getting together and celebrating like we are now. So we're hopeful.
And so your name's on the big board here for potential to get pushed in that pool at 6 o'clock.
It is.
You didn't dress for it.
Well, how do you like my new swimsuit?
It looks good. It looks good.
Trying
Is that quick dry? I thought maybe it was.
It is not.
You trying to start a new trend? Are you gonna do a TikTok if you get pushed in?
My theory is people got to get their money's worth.
Yeah.
This is how they know me. So you know, ruin that jacket. I don't care.
Well, the last update we had, they put some stars by 4 names, and you are currently not one of them.
Ooh.
Now we don't know if that means that's good or bad.
Yeah,
though.
I'm not sure if that means that.
No one specified to us what the star meant.
Yeah. So I don't know if those are people that need votes or those are the people that are the leading vote getters right now. But
I don't see a star next to my name.
No, so right now you're
discouraging.
You're either in the 4 that's going or the 4 that's not. We just don't know yet. So, but people have about we're about 15 minutes away, so about 5 minutes we're going to probably go to the pool and make sure everything's lined up in there. And I think right at 6 o'clock they're planning on pushing 4 people in unexpectedly, and it's kind of last year that was pretty fun.
It actually was
a little bit of
and they kept it suspenseful.
They did, yeah. Because did Brent and Brad both get pushed in their law enforcement uniforms? I think they did.
I think so. And then there was it Tom and Chris?
Oh yeah, Tom Grunewald got pushed in,
and we thought all along it was going to be Chris, and it was Tom,
right?
Yeah. All of a sudden, Tom at the last minute
And somebody
overtook him.
Somebody jumped in voluntarily at the end too, didn't they? I can't remember who it was. Somebody kind of just
that might have to be me today.
Took a dive, yeah.
Maybe for a $50 donation, I'll just jump right in on the spot.
That actually might have been either Brent or Brad.
Maybe it was. Yeah, I know.
We should have done our homework better and actually rewatch last year.
Rewatch it, yeah.
Yeah. Instead of playing 18 holes of simulation golf yesterday, we probably should have done that.
Yeah. Well, we'll make sure we keep. We're going to go live on our phone over from there, so we'll make sure we keep the camera on you, even if you don't get pushed in, to see if you take a dive there at the end.
I might just have to do an obligatory.
And then we usually do. They have the walk of shame afterwards, and we get you as you're dripping wet.
Yeah.
I'm up for it.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Let you guys go here and do the rest of it and get ready for your swim. But Kurt Coleman, thanks for joining us, and Judy, thanks for joining us too.
Thank you.
We appreciate your time here.
Thank you so much.
Great support.
Yes.
Thanks, guys. All right, it's a 5:48. I do have one more video to play. It's a couple of members here. It's trying to. Audrey Miller and Alan Till, and it's a couple of their testimonies and some videos that Scott took of what they do here at the Y and how much they enjoy it.
I can't. The reason I come to the Y is because I have rheumatoid arthritis, and this was the diagnosis I got 30 years ago. And with that diagnosis, it was right after I had my third child, and I had 3 little ones under the age of 9 at home then. And they told me I was going to be a wheelchair candidate. I'm like, are you kidding me? I got kids, little ones at home. So I'm kind of feisty that way, so I decided I wasn't going to go that route. And I started going to water classes and reading up on exercise and diet and that. So I did that, and since the Y has opened up here, and I am retired, it's so nice to come and work out, and I know that even when I come and I'm stiff, that I'm better off if I stretch out in the gym classes and then get in the pool and stretch out, and then and I do all the challenges that they try, and I do pickleball and stuff now, and I'm just thankful 30 years later. So 30 years ago is when I got this diagnosis that I was going to be in a wheelchair, and I'm like, I was just too stubborn to say, okay, I didn't want to do that. So that's what I've been doing, is I work out. I know my limits. I know I can play so long. I play about an hour of pickleball, and then I know how much weight. I don't do real heavy weights, but I do a lot more with just the range of motion and that. So that's kind of where I'm at, and I love coming to the Y. It's a great place, and it gets you up and out in the mornings. So. I was like afraid, so I'm going to the edge and like this. Went out, and I got out there, and then I froze. I couldn't let go. So I'm hanging over the water, and they're going, let go! They're all screaming at me. I finally let go, went down, and came up, and my suit peeled off.
Get a membership and come down. We really like the place because it's really friendly, and I'm really serious. Get a membership and come down. There's really friendly people and nice place to go, and I like it down there a lot. Would have been for them guys, I think I wouldn't be around here right now. Really, I'm really serious, really.
Yeah.
I know you shared with me kind of how it's made a difference in your life. What kind of tell me about that?
Well, probably about 5 or 6 years ago, I was really depressed and down and everything else. I started coming down here, and I really started making me laugh and doing this stuff, and I wish I'm up and I'm not depressed anymore, and coming down there made me less depressed, I guess, because of the people, the staff and the people that come here.
Oh, good. Anything else you'd like to add?
Well, I don't know. I have to think about that one.
So, Alan, how's the Y helped you out?
Well, it helps me out a lot. One, good friends and good, I don't know how to say it, good everything, I guess.
Yeah. So what do you enjoy doing at the Y?
Making new friends.
Good. What, go ahead and talk about what you do here at the Y.
I'm a janitor. I clean the place up and make it look nice for people to come in and shovel the sidewalks off so nobody gets hurt or whatever.
Good. What do you do for fun here?
Tease everybody.
Oh, she don't have Trump to talk to. That's yours. Joe got a heart.